there's this thing, like I say, man, I talked about this before when it comes to Terence Crawford, man. A lot of people say he's chinny and, he can't take a punch and he can't stand there and bang with you. That is the biggest myth that I've ever heard. I've been knowing that that was a myth, but I just let these cats talk. There's video with Terence Crawford banging it out with people, man. I mean, standing there. This is big misconception that Bud just likes to dance around the ring and just use the sweet science all the time and just use his feet. Absolutely not. He picks and chooses the times he wants to stand there in the pocket and bang with you because he can do both. He can outbox and he can bang with you. That's what makes him so dangerous. Okay, now here's the thing. When people talk about Kyle Velasquez, man, Mean Machine, this Mean Machine is the guy that they say is the first one and the only one to drop Terence Crawford, but it was an unofficial knockdown. But here's the thing: they say that Bud, him being knocked down, is because he can't take a punch, he can't withstand power. Now the thing is this, man: Kyle Velasquez rocked him, and not only that, and I guess one of his legs went down, and you can say you can argue the fact if it was a knockdown or not. Okay, even if it was, he got up. He took more shots from Kyle Velasquez after that. Some significant shots. He wasn't taking no baby shots. He was taking hard shots to the jaw, everything. Some body shots and to the face. And Bud never broke. He never wobbled. He never did. He just kept coming, kept pressing forward until he got the knockout. So if you telling me that this is a guy that can't bang, you can't tell me Kyle Velasquez can't hit because he can obviously hit. He was able to rock Virgil Ortiz. He stunned and hurt Virgil Ortiz, and Ortiz is tough, and he hurt him. But he didn't hurt him as bad as he hurt. He hurt Virgil Ortiz worse than he hurt Bud. I think Virgil Ortiz may have got hurt a few times in that fight, but Bud, just because he got knocked down, that doesn't even mean Bud was hurt. Because when he got back up, he wasn't visibly shaking or anything. He just kept fighting like nothing happened. Got hit like 4 or 5 more times, flush, nothing, and still was pressing him. Got into a dog fight and was banging it with him. Didn't fold under pressure. Didn't listen, man. I just got through telling you about the sparring he did with that middleweight. That's not the only thing that I got to go on with Terence Crawford. There's a whole bunch of other fights. I watch him stand in the pocket. And a lot of these guys hit harder or just on par with Errol Spence. So don't tell me he can't stand there and trade, man. And I'm going to say this. When they keep saying it's a bad idea for Terence Crawford to stand in the pocket of Errol Spence and trade, I call bullshit on that. Because this is how it's going to play out. If these two get into the middle of the ring and start banging, Errol Spence, man, he's good at, when he got you, he's banging you to the body. I don't never see Errol bang you when he's banging. He don't never go up to the top and bang. He's so focused on the body, chopping you to the body. Terence Crawford, when he's banging you to the body and to the top. Nobody ain't talking about that. So what's going to end up I think the knockout or when Errol get hurt, it's going to come from when they up close, when they're banging. I don't think it's going to come from I think it's going to come from when Terence Crawford decided to play Errol Spence's game. I think that is when Errol Spence is going to get hurt, is when they're up close and they're like phone boofing. Because Bud is going to phone booth for Errol. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. The dude been conditioning his body to take that shit. Watch the sparring. Watch all his fights. He's practicing. I think in his head, he like, I'm going to fight Errol sooner or later. So when I go into these fights, I want to see what I could take from these other niggas. Because I know I'm going in there with a good body puncher. I want to go in there and I want to show motherfuckers I got that. You know what I'm saying? I could take this shit. That doesn't mean he's going to stand there the whole fight and bang with Errol Spence. He's not going to do that. But he is going to stand there and he's going to try to hurt Errol Spence. Errol's going to try to hurt him. But don't think for 1 minute Terence Crawford is going to be afraid to stand in there with Errol Spence, because that's bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, Errol is going to more focus on the body. Bud's going to be tapping to the body and tapping him to the head. That is either where the knockout is going to come from, or that is where Errol is going to get seriously hurt and is going to lead up to the knockout. Mark my words on that. That's all I got. This your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Prove me wrong on this, y'all. Go back and watch some above fights. Go watch the Kavaliauskas fight. How many times did he get rocked and didn't fold, didn't buckle? Prove me wrong. I want somebody to come on this video and prove me wrong on that, man. Anyway, drop a comment and make sure y'all sub to the channel, man. Share this video, man. I'm going to definitely see y'all on the next raw content video. And I'm out.